Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man has given fans a lot of hope because you're getting Spider-Man and Mary Jane married. They have kids. The story is focused on in an entirely different universe. You have Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man when he's in his 30s. You're wondering how that's going to play out, especially with him having a family and all of this stuff. And in just the first issues of it were like flying off the shelves. They literally had to reorder. That's how much people were interested in it. Because Jonathan Hickman is doing this new Ultimate Universe. And you know, there's hope for people thinking like, you know what? There is an opportunity here for something to really be interested. It's kind of disturbing that, you know, you have to have an entirely different universe to give people some hope when in the main universe you're pissing all over everything. But Ultimate Spider-Man is giving people some hope, and right now it's selling really well. But there's always a flip side to every coin. And where there is a Ultimate Spider-Man, there's an Ultimate X-Men. That apparently has nothing to do with X-Men, but is some kind of weird self-insert school days nonsense. Let's get into this article here from Fandom Pulse. Ultimate X-Men writer-artist Peach Momoko admits Marvel book will be a self-insert and not directly influenced by classic X-Men. Lord have mercy. Fresh off Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man #1, delivering what fans want from a Marvel comic. Yep, Peach Momoko is making the rounds for her debut of Ultimate X-Men #1. This book is already causing fans to scratch their heads as to what Simi Sobolski is thinking about hiring Peach Momoko to write and draw the book. I don't think at this point Simi Sobolski knows what the hell he's doing, but that's just whatever it is. As it looks nothing like an X-Men comic and doesn't feature beloved heroes like Wolverine or Cyclops at all. As she's made the rounds with interviews on Ultimate X-Men, she's made it clear Marvel intends to forsake their audiences again for self-insert lame comics. Okay, so if you're doing some kind of Ultimate X-Men, you would expect to have the X-Men. But if you want to do a book where, you know, maybe 3 people now discover that they have mutant abilities and they don't know what's happening to them, what's going on, and they're probably getting hunted down by some organization, and they have to then you know, they have to use their abilities to try and escape, and they're on the run a little bit, and then they encounter the X-Men and get to learn what's going on, learn how to best use their powers, all of these things. Okay, you getting that? No, not at all. That's just what it is. As the media blitz to build hype for Ultimate X-Men begins, Peach Momoko has gone to several outlets to talk about her version of the book, showing off previews of art that make it clear men won't be a central part of X-Men, and that it will be about girls in junior high, like it's a Kathleen Kennedy style, put a chick in it and make it lame and gay project. The hell is this? Good Lord, boy. Wow. Can this nonsense la? Jonathan and CB kind of just let me do whatever. They just gave me What If X-Men but in Japan. But a whole new roster of X-Men, not Wolverine, not Cyclops, not the popular ones, Peach Momoko said in Screen Rant of Ultimate X-Men run. So they just gave her the time and say, here, do whatever the hell you want. It's going to be in China, do something else. Don't care about the actual characters or even about making it good. Just do whatever makes you happy. Go. Peach Momoko admitted to AIPT Comics that she wasn't influenced by the X-Men in the least and knew very little of the property before taking on her Marvel assignments. Well, of course not. This is what she had to say. My Ultimate X-Men isn't directly influenced by classic X-Men stories. I like to believe CB and Jonathan Hickman chose me because they wanted something completely new and different. So I think sometimes no influences is a good thing. Then why call it X-Men? Why not just have you write something entirely new on your own? So have you do that? But no, they need the name to lure you in and then bait and switch. When taking on a property like Ultimate X-Men, readers expect to see something that does honor to the X-Men. Well, yeah, this take by Peach Momoko is concerning for the overall direction of Marvel Comics, who seems to be trying to court a different audience than loyal X-Men readers. How's that working out for them? Not good. Oh, on this deal ahead, and what the hell is that? She pulling that shit out of her skull? Good Lord, boy. I wasn't too familiar with X-Men. Gee, that's a real shocker. She wasn't too familiar with X-Men, so of course she's the perfect person to write it. Showing that CB, Sobolski, and Marvel editorial have no concerns about honoring the legacy of their franchise with Ultimate X-Men. Of course not. The most damning admission of all, however, is that Peach Momoko is pushing yet another self-insert comic. While leaving out Wolverine and Cyclops, the main character is just an idealized version of herself. This is what she had to say. I am writing many of the stories looking back at my own experiences and what I saw during my own time as a student in junior high and high school. Oh great, this is Peach Momoko here. Retailer Glenn O'Leary went viral last year complaining about this very fact of modern Marvel Comics. In his video, the retailer called out writers for their poorly made self-insert, saying it's killing his business. Amplified by Netflix's Mark Miller, it sparked serious questions about how long Marvel and DC Comics could survive given the current state. Not very long ago, but the thing about it is that Marvel and DC are backed by these companies. Marvel is backed by Disney, DC is backed by Warner/Discovery. If you take away those, them done, you know, because they have literally nothing to support them as they just keep pissing all over everything that they do. They hire the cheapest, most pathetic writers they could find, who just happy to just destroy anything and write their own self-insert crap with nothing to back up, barely being paid, and all they want is the clout of say, I work for Marvel, I work for DC. That's good enough. God. The video and its subsequent discussion rocked the comic world, upsetting several long-time influencers in the industry, such as Heather Antus and Mark Waid. Oh great, those two morons. However, Marvel Comics doesn't appear to have learned the lesson, with CB Sobolski greenlighting a relaunch of one of its biggest properties with yet another female-centric self-insert comic in Ultimate X-Men. Great. Everybody wants to see this nonsense. While Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man shows that honoring the legacy of characters and treating readers with respect garners incredible sales, Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men aims to do the opposite by turning off comic readers. It will be interesting to see how the sales of these series compare. It's gonna be very interesting. Ultimate Spider-Man sales, as long as it continues to be good, I have my doubts will soar. And when they put in crap or some Asian girl pulling some shit out of her head, not even a flick that is. It's not gonna work at all. This is just another pathetic self-insert that's just doomed to fail. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time about a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care. Audio